Welcome back to Mountain Connections. Very much looking forward to talking with another great entrepreneur. He is here from LA. I'm talking with Voltaire Pabustan. He is from Kaizen Sigma LLC. Thank you, Voltaire, for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
So you're not just from Kaizen Sigma, you're the owner.
Yes. I run a marketing agency and we help out local businesses kind of drill down what their core processes are. What we found lately with a lot of business owners that we work with is they have been trying so many new things that they get pulled in all different directions, and every single day they're trying to put out fires. And what we try to do within our agency is we come in and we know that these business owners did something in the past that worked really well for them. And for some reason, business owners have shiny object syndrome, myself included, and they just want to try something new. So they try this new thing, it doesn't work, then they try the next new thing. What we do essentially is we try to get them back to what got them there in the first place. That one thing that worked for them in the past should work for them again. There was no reason for them to stop. But, you know, in this day and age with so many distractions and everything, it's very, very tempting to try new things. But we got to try and pull them back in and get back to the basics of, hey, you got yourself to this point by doing something. So let's try and do that again, or try and do more of that. So that's pretty much what the core of our agency is all about, and working with these local businesses is what we do.
I think there can be a lot of pressure as a business owner to be ahead of the trends.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you kind of scale back and just focus on what has made you who you are?
Well, we basically have a process where we walk through with the business owner all of their sales process. We walk through their numbers. It's amazing how many business owners don't actually know what their numbers are, or like what their sales process is, and know that it can actually be mapped out and figure that there's just one certain area of the sales process that isn't working. So business owners tend to think that if they're not generating the leads or they're not generating the sales that they used to, they need to rework the entire process, when that isn't true. Usually it's just something as simple as like follow-up emails or following up on the leads that are generated. It's just trying to figure out what that one thing is for this business owner to do to get them back to that core process that they did to get them where they are. And that's, it's very hard for business owners to accept a lot of the time. And like I said, when you ask them, what are your numbers for the last 3-4 months, they have no idea. And it's just kind of cruising along, if keeping the ship afloat, so to speak. And, just trying to drill that down and figuring out what that process is, like I said, is very eye-opening for the business owner. And said, oh my God, I never knew that I was doing this thing and it worked really well. Why did I stop doing it?
Yeah.
So
Important to stick to what works.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm fascinated by your history. You were an RN before you decided to pursue this new career.
Yeah, I still am, actually. I'm still licensed in California. I just took my relicensing back in December. So I still know my stuff as far as like being in the hospital is concerned. But yeah, I got my start as a registered nurse. Kind of fell into marketing by accident, in the sense that there was no marketing for the nursing branch at my school. Like, they didn't really have any type of events. They didn't do any kind of hosting of getting the groups together and stuff like that. So I said, well, I mean, Facebook's pretty big, Instagram's pretty big, and everyone's on it. Let's try and do something with it. And I just kind of accidentally fell into the marketing side of these social media platforms, and that's kind of how everything branched out. From there, I said, you know what, this works for this. Let's try it with my dad's practice. My dad has a private medical practice in Northern California, and I just applied those same type of marketing principles that I did before, and what do you know? You got more patients, more leads, more customers, so to speak, and yeah, and just kind of been rolling with it ever since then.
Just one thing led to another. I think it's another important thing to remember as a business owner, or whatever career you're in, to follow those leads.
Exactly.
To keep going and pursuing that, but you're still staying true to your RN experience.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how much my family still calls me for medical advice. And so I figured, yeah, all right, well, let's just stick with it. It's just always something that's there. I work hard for it, so I might as well keep the degree. But, marketing was just something that I've always had some sort of passion for. It just came naturally to me, and it felt something where I could be more of an impact to the people that I talk to and the people that I do business with, versus, not to say that RN doesn't have an impact. It certainly does, but I just feel that my heart and my passion is more towards the marketing side of it, the consulting.
Perfect. All right. Well, we want to learn more about you, what's next, everything you offer, but we're going to take a quick break.
Sure.
So we'll be right back with more right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We have more with Voltaire Pabustan. He is of Chi Xun Sigma LLC. Excited to learn more about your company and really what's next for you.
So we are still working with businesses nationwide, essentially, and what we do is we just kind of take them through a process, like I said, of mapping out their entire core processes, sales processes, go through their numbers, things like that, and then figure out what is the one big lever that they can pull to move that needle forward for them. So, we are pretty much branching out into the e-commerce space. A lot of health coaches, consultants, a lot of things are moving online. So we kind of come in and help with that transition of usual brick and mortar stores and things like that moving into the digital space. So that's what's on the
Who
agenda.
is your ideal client?
We service everyone, actually. Our ideal client is usually someone that has an established business, so they have some forward momentum, they have a lot of assets, deployable assets that we can work with. It's very difficult to apply this process to startups in general. Nothing against them, but we found that our process works much better for those businesses that are generating 6 and 7 figures a year, and they have at least an idea of what their process are. They have a sales team in place sometimes, or something that we can work with as far as assets go.
Like you mentioned, the medical practice, your father's medical practice, that was doing well, it was thriving, but you were able to come in and just add that much more to continue the growth.
Exactly. A lot of the businesses that we worked with kind of stagnate and plateau after a while, and then they wonder. That's when their entrepreneurial mind comes in and says, I need to try something new. Let's try this new process. Let's try this new process. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try another one. And it just gets into this cycle of putting out fires every day. So we want to come in, help them grow their business by doing something that they already did before, and just kind of expanding on that and optimizing it, stabilizing it, and helping them grow in that sense.
Where can we find out more about you and your company?
Sure, you can find out more about me and my company, Chi Xun Sigma, at kaizensigmaco.com. You can look us up online, just Google Chi Xun Sigma Co. and we'll come up, or just look for me, Voltaire Pabustan, on all the social media platforms.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much, Voltaire, for coming here. Definitely been a fascinating conversation.
Definitely.
Good luck with all of the things. And again, you'll have to come back and share more of what
sure.
you're doing.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. All right. Check out Voltaire Pabustan online. He is the owner of Chi Xun Sigma LLC. He helps businesses expand their digital media marketing and more. So we'll have more on this Business Wednesday right after this.